Okay, so we're going to come up with a little picking pattern here. What we're going to do is I'm going to show you how beautiful it can be to play a chord like this and then just change the bass notes around. The chord I'd like you to play is going to be first finger on the third string on the 9th fret, and then fourth finger on a B on the octave on the B string. So right now we have like a 5th, and so that's your 4th finger, and then 3rd finger is going to play the 7th here, which is going to be on the 11th fret. We're going to keep the thumb free because the thumb's going to do other things. So right now I'm playing 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3. What we're going to do is play a lower note with our thumb every time we play the first beat. So every time we hit that 2nd string, the first bass note we're going to hit is not that one. The first bass note we're going to hit is on, we're going to put our 2nd finger down here, and this is going to be a C sharp. So we're hitting thumb and middle at the same time on the first beat. Okay, and then we're going to switch the bass note from here. We're going to take that first finger and bar here on the 9th fret. If I take those two bass notes, I'm going to use the same frets, but then bring them down to the A string. So see what happens. So you're alternating, making the same movement, but you're fretting the A string instead of the D string. Sorry. So the idea is that you have these 4 notes to kind of mess around with. Let's take a little break because I'm sure your hand's a little frozen from that. And so what we're gonna think of this chord being like our sustaining kind of ostinato, and then we have these other notes to sort of mess around with. So I'm gonna go a little faster and show you the idea, and then you can start playing along with me and sort of doing it in your own way. So. I'm thinking of the lowest note as like a melody. So you can just experiment with like moving from one to the other. And then why not, if you can reach, finding the same frets down on the E string as well. Those are also going to give you other things to play with. Like playing randomly just to show you that all the notes have like their own little feeling to them. And yeah, let's give it another shake. With these kinds of static chords, it can be, yeah, demanding. But I just wanted to show you that concept. The main message of this little exercise thingy is that you could do this every single day, like once a day, find 3 notes, like I'm gonna like right, it could be these 3 notes, and you could do this by ear too. You don't have to be theory about it. You don't have to say you're gonna do a certain key, but you can just be like, I don't particularly feel inspired by this chord, so maybe I find another 3 notes, like go back to a triad, make it easy. But let's say you do pick these 3 notes and you're not particularly inspired, but you do want to still explore, like, what could I do to make it sound better to me? So it's like, so you can literally just like try bass notes. None of it sounded good to me. but I'm demonstrating to you that like this is literally, you know, the process you can take. So then let's find a chord that does sound good. That's going to sound a lot better. So then let me take my pick away. So then you have a chord like this that's a little bit more consonant, and then you can find bass notes. And then once you find like a key that you like, you can also experiment with out of the key. Take a note. You know, anyway, so just showing you that you can do this with any random chord. And in a way, I'm glad that my first random chord was like not very good, because that's what it takes, is like you're gonna come up with a couple of chords and be like, oh, I don't quite like that, but that doesn't mean give up. It means, all right, let's just find something that is nice. Use different strings if you're not finding it, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, and you can do this all by ear.